What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Raine, and today we're talking about my Spring into Read-A-Thon TBR. Let's admit, it's a pretty scary world out there right now, and I don't really want to do much else. I kind of just want to read and escape, and I feel like Read-A-Thon's probably the best way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the books that I'm going to read for the Spring into Read-A-Thon. And this is a read-a-thon that's being hosted by Melanie at Completely Melanie, by Clint at Reads Readers, and by Allie at Hardback Hoarder. And Allie is one of the booktubers that made me decide to create a channel myself. I love her videos. I get all of the best graphic novel recommendations from her. So yeah, I really wanted to participate in this read-a-thon. I feel like it could possibly distract me from what's going on in the world right now. So yeah, this one is going on from March 19th to the 29th. And there are 7 different prompts. I will get into the prompts and show you what books I'm going to read for the prompts. And then yeah, that's about it. So let's get right into it. The first prompt is to read a book that's been collecting dust on your shelf. So for this, I decided just to bring over one of the books from my backlist read-a-thon TBR that I just didn't get to, and I still really very much want to read this. It's Illuminae by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. So this is a really popular, well-loved YA sci-fi series, and I just really want to get into it. I feel like this might be the escape that I'm looking for, so I definitely plan on getting to this one. All I really know is that it's sci-fi, and it has a very interesting, cool format. There are, I believe, like surveillance and emails and things like that, so it's told in a really cool format. I feel like it's super easy to get through. But I want to escape, and I feel like this is probably the best way to do it. And so yeah, other than that, I don't really know much else about it. I just know it's sci-fi, and I've read some sci-fi before and I actually liked it. So I feel like this one might be a good pick. The next prompt is to read a book with travel or vacation in it. And I really didn't know what to pick for this because I couldn't think of any of the books that I have that have travel in it or vacation or anything. Like, the only one I could think of was either Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but I didn't really feel like I'm gonna be in the mood for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try reading Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. This is on my March TBR. I might as well get to it now. And I feel like a middle grade is just like the right thing to escape into right now. I feel like I need some positivity in my life, and this is gonna bring it, I sure hope. So yeah, I'm gonna try to read Nevermore. All I know is that this is about a girl who was born on the unluckiest day to be born, and because of that, the town thinks that anytime something goes wrong, that it's her fault because she is cursed. It is prophesied that she will die on her 11th birthday, and instead she is whisked off to some magical school. That's really all I know. I just feel like a middle grade novel is the thing that I need to feel a little less anxious right now. The next prompt is to read a book with a romance or friendship in it, and for that I chose a recent release that is The Shadow Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. This story is a YA fantasy where we are following Alessandra, and she wants to come into power. So she has to kill the Shadow King, and in order to do that, she's got to woo him first because there are a lot of people who want to kill him. And other than that, I really don't know a whole lot. Don't really care to know a whole lot. I just want to escape. I feel like the best thing to do is just jump into another world because this world sucks. The next prompt is to read a book with pink or yellow on the cover. I will probably just try to finish my current buddy read, and that is Docile by Cams Barra. And I am enjoying this. This is actually, I'm 200 pages in, somewhere around there, and I do really like the writing. The only thing is the topic. It's kind of heavy, and I'm just having a hard time getting through it emotionally and mentally because of the stuff going on. I just feel like it's so draining right now that it's making this harder to read, if that makes sense. But I'm going to truck along because I'm reading this with Marcy and Melly, and I don't want to be left behind. I just don't think we want to put too much pressure on each other because obviously there's a lot more going on in the world that we are thinking about. And I don't know what's going to happen with this one just yet. I might have to set it down for a week or two just because, I don't know, it's just really heavy. And it's hard because it's so good, but it's a lot right now. It's a lot to take in. So for this prompt, I would really like to finish this. I still have, I mean, it's a pretty big book. I still have like 300 pages left to go. So I'll pick this one up perhaps. If I feel emotionally not ready for it, I might go through my shelves, find a fantasy or a light contemporary or something just to make me feel better. We'll see. I don't know. It's a lot. The next prompt is to read a fairy tale or retelling. So for that, I would like to pick up Piper by J. Asher and Jessica Freeberg. This is a graphic novel. It's supposed to be a Pied Piper retelling. I know that we follow our main character, Maggie. She falls in love with this guy and he might not be who he seems. I know that there's deaf rep in here. I don't know. It just looks like it'll be a good time. There's some really pretty bright colors. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it and I just really like to dive into it and see what it's all about. And I haven't read a graphic novel in quite a while, so why not? The next prompt is to read a book with a strong female character, and for that, I would like to read Devil's Call by J. Danielle Dorn. And this is a book that was recommended to me by Bookish Mommy on Instagram. I had mentioned doing a witchy recommendations video in October, and she said I just had to read this. So I read the synopsis, and it immediately, like, I needed it. Like, it just sounded so good. So this is set in 1859 where this doctor is murdered. What the murderers don't know is that his wife comes from a long line of witches and she's out for revenge. I love a good revenge story. I'm so excited to try this one out. It sounds so good and I feel like she's gonna kick some ass. I just have Bookish Mommy to thank for suggesting it. It's one I've never heard of, so I'm really excited to try this one out and see how I feel about it. And the last prompt is to read the group book, and that's If I'm Being Honest by Emily Wibberley and Austin Seigemund-Broka. This is a adult contemporary. I don't know if it's YA or not. I think it's like a romance or whatever. I don't know. I got it on ebook. We'll see if I like it. I'm not really too crazy about romance, but I'm down to try the group book, and since I have it on ebook, it might be pretty quick for me to read it since I tend to gravitate towards ebooks more these days. I know that they are doing a live show where they're going to talk to the authors of this book. Just excited to read it and watch the live show, and yeah, it just sounds like a really good time. That's it for my TBR for the Spring Into Read-A-Thon. I will link all the hosts down below as well as the prompts if you would like to participate. And let me know down below if you are participating or what you're reading this month or what you're reading this weekend while you're stuck at home. I know that things are scary right now. Just do your best to try and stay calm and stay inside and maybe pick up some good books to make you feel better, because that's what I'll be doing. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.